What's up, everybody? Welcome back to TableStory Neon Scream. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to part 2, our number dose. We got ourselves a little mission happening called the Mad Conundrum. We're gonna find out what's going on with these new Arby's real steak sandwiches, and it's seriously newsworthy news.
It's
very
newsworthy. It's fucking people. It's people.
it's people.
So just a side note, something I thought was amazing. There's actually fan art for part of this adventure. What that was made while I was doing prep.
Wow! This is
do we have the?
You guys are amazing.
Yeah,
seriously.
I'll show that when it's appropriate. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, it's crazy. Like I was like, what the actual fuck? Like,
oh my god, keep that stuff going, guys. Seriously.
So awesome.
Yeah.
We love it. We love it. So, you guys meet up at Bad Rats, and eventually Voss sort of strolls in. It's probably like late now. I'd say it's probably nighttime when you guys are meeting up.
Nice of you to join us, Voss.
Oh, it's so good to see you all. How are we all doing?
Delightful. Would have been better if you showed up on time. Boom, boom. Jen, Richard, see you all.
I am
Howdy.
punching an arcade machine. Like, just fucking... just...
He looks
Yes.
busy. Get it. You can get it. You go for it. You got
Boom
it.
is hype!
You.
All right.
Good.
We're gonna run out of machines if he keeps doing this.
Well, they don't work anyway.
I know, but he needs something to get his anger out on.
Could
There's
you
like-
not?
Rather it be you, Richard.
Could you not get one to work for him? You know, get him to push buttons endlessly.
I-
Would that not?
Could, but that's more fun.
It's fine. He's doing fine. Aren't you doing fine, Boom?
No. Boom has many issues.
Oh
we
no.
We know this.
Yes.
Okay, we're here.
So why did you call us here?
Well, I've got a job of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, spit it out.
Have you been watching TV? You've seen the Arby's commercials recently, yes?
I don't watch that propaganda.
I suppose I should not be surprised by that. Arby's has real steak that they are serving.
No, they don't.
That sounds so good. That sounds so good.
But they don't, right?
It's real.
I'm inclined to agree with Voss in this one. However, I don't know anything at this point. My contact suggested that we look into it. And their employer has a direct hand in seeing that, we figure out if that is actually real steak. And Boom and Voss, I think that you're going to enjoy this. We remove the factory.
Oh, goody.
And Boom, in your language, that would be, you get to boom the factory.
Yeah.
Boom!
Yes.
Yes, friendo. Boom.
So, boom. If they've actually
Good
found a real way to get steak, why are we destroying, like, natural protein?
I have
I mean, I kind of probably have an idea, but
a sneaking suspicion that
So she literally told you that the Arby's stock was soaring.
right. No, I have a sneaking suspicion that my contact is employed by a direct competitor of Arby's. Arby's stock is soaring right now, and a blow like that would take their product off the shelves and plummet the stock. I have a feeling that whoever we're dealing with right now has a vested interest in seeing that Arby's is slowed. So,
boom.
You guys need some booms? Yell boom. You want some booms?
Boom. What'd we do?
And what's in it for us?
What'd
Did you
Boom
ask?
What are we getting paid?
Yeah, did you work out how much I get for this one?
Food.
So mechanically, the way that this works, guys, is you stake cred. It's like betting. You can stake 1, 2, or 3 cred on this mission. And the more you spend, the more the return. So the standard payout is 2 cred. Now, if the get the job roll was done well, then one of the options that Simon could have picked was the job pays well,
Would have been nice.
which is 3 times what you put in if you succeed on the mission. So the default is 2.
So,
So if we,
whatever you
what happens if we stake more than 2?
You can stake up to 3.
Okay.
You can stake 1, 2, or 3.
Is this where we tell you what we stake, or do you go down the list?
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
We'll mistake 3.
Good job, Boom. Eloquent as ever.
I'm gonna stake 2.
So will I. Right there. Dan, how many you tried to stake him? Or
Richard.
sorry, I don't remember to do that.
Based, you don't. How confident are you on this, Simon?
My information is frankly extremely limited at this point. Unless we have feelers out there that can give more information on location and, frankly, security, I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to do. However, I might be able to set up any sort of a interview discussion via the phone before our engagement to get more details on locations and exactly what they're doing. Might even be able to schedule a walkthrough. Might be
So, here's the thing. You guys all have a basic move that's just called Declare Contact. Once per mission, at any point during the mission, you can declare a contact and you can say how you know them, what they do. Now, when you do it, it is actually a role for you, Mav. Your character Jen has basically, you get to do it twice. You have the default move, which is Declare Contact, which is when you need to call in a favor from a new contact, name and describe the contact, then say why the contact owes you a favor or why you owe them a favor. The MC will ask you some questions about the contact and your relationship, and then you add the contact to your list. You can only declare 1 contact per mission, but Jen has an actual move that allows her to roll for another contact.
Oh, the I know people rule.
Yeah, so you would get to do basically a second one, but you have to roll for it. So when you roll for the second one, it could become a bad one, or it could be a good one.
I think I have something similar. Is this the start of a mission right now?
Yes. This is
prepping.
I have this.
Okay. So it all fits together. You're a master of making connections between seemingly unrelated events. The start of a mission roll edge. Yeah, so I feel like a lot of stuff is left vague in this game. So I feel like the start of the mission is whenever you guys start to gather your resources.
Okay.
Right now.
So for me, with my storage, it says after receiving a job, you may look through your accumulated parts and supplies for equipment.
Basically, all I'm going to do is give you what you have to do, and then you guys figure out the best means of doing it.
Got it.
Okay.
And what supplies you'll need, what intel, what resources, and how you want to go about it.
Right. So is there a way to say, depending on how much gear I find through storage for this mission, that's when I can stake my claim on how well I think we'll do? Or do we have to do that right away?
Nah, you got to do it right away.
Okay. So then it'd be, he would stake 2.
Okay.
So,
and Voss.
You gonna gamble on yourself, honey?
Yeah, but it's not just me, is it? If it were me,
Boom is a
alone,
relatively.
then maybe. Oh, I mean,
substantial
of course,
ball
darling Boom
of-
adds to it. It's just the rest of you I'm slightly concerned about.
Yeah, frankly, I'd rather stay in my unit, but job's a job.
I mean, don't you need booms? Tell him, Boom.
Boom.
That's right.
All right, we'll stake 2. Please don't screw this up. I mean, I'm aware Boom won't. You're wonderful, sweetheart.
So
Such dedication to your craft.
your cred that you guys are staking here gets minus from your cred
Okay.
right away. Now, if you just like a piece of advice, if you're trying to get something from somebody, you might have to pay cred. You know, you know, nothing is free, right? Like, just keep that in mind.
We're confident, Whack. We're confident.
Okay,
It's
good.
going to be fine.
So you want us to just go into our own thing now and take two?
Take whatever you
Whatever you staked.
win. Yeah.
Yikes!
Yeah, they only start with 5 cred, chat.
Yeah, we just removed
It's
a
the
lot.
first mission.
if
If it goes
they
downhill
fuck
from
this
here,
up.
we're dead anyway.
Good time. Good time.
We can always claw it back. It's not a problem. Like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's not gonna be fine.
It's not gonna be fun.
Okay.
So what are you guys gonna need on this, you two? You're gonna need booms. What kind of booms you looking for?
Big boom.
Well, before we get to the booms, which boom, I can guarantee you, if you can hold on to your breath, there will be absolutely enormous booms waiting. I know. Okay, no.
No,
stop.
sweetheart. No, sweetheart. He didn't
Boss,
mean.
talk to
No,
him.
please.
You breathe.
Okay, sweetheart.
You got this. Keep holding it.
Okay.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you.
forward to the day I replace my lungs.
Thank you, Richard. I appreciate your wonderful commentary. Now, Voss, you remember the time at Tesla Amazon, our
Yes, of course. Of course. Of course. Yes.
fairly successful mission. I am interested in maybe rehashing a similar plan.
Oh.
Gain access, because I do need a story for this as well. I will gain access via an interview of sorts, and it'll be in their facility, so hopefully that'll ease some of the questions that they might have about the danger that seems to envelop me. But once I'm in there, you'll have any opportunity from the outside to dispose of any major threats. Now, Boom, you get to be my best friend.
Oh, Boom loves friends.
Boom, you're going to be my bodyguard, or pose as one. Now, that
We're
leaves...
going to look after him, sweetheart.
Oh.
Yes.
Mhm.
can
If
do.
if anybody comes near him, what do we do?
Kill. Boom.
Good job. Good job.
Don't let me forget, Voss, you're going to be my translator for Boom from now on. Thank you for your service. So, Richard and...
No, sweetheart, that's extra.
Of course it is. Nothing is free, is it? Well, I'm sure after this mission, we'll be able to afford that. So, Richard and Jen,
Yes.
Hey.
you are the diversion. You are the distraction.
Oh, great. You sure?
Right. What do you have in mind?
Richard, how do you think, well, let me ask you this. How far can you get into the security systems at the Arby's plant, assuming we can find it?
Depends. I haven't been in those before, so I'm not exactly sure. I had a recent malfunction, and
I thought you were more
my-
talented than this, Richard.
my jacking skills aren't as good since that last job you decided to botch.
Boom has great jacking. Boom jacks every day.
Well,
Yes, I'm sure you do.
Sometimes twice.
That sounds rather healthy. It's
I-
healthy. It's healthy. It's normal.
Can we please just
What I could at least
You're
do
normal, Boom. You're normal.
is alter some of your equipment that might be able to help you out in your infiltration. Maybe something that could jam a bit. To try to pull any scans on you.
okay. I think that would be useful. We could also, is there a way you can think of to, or Jen, if you have a much more analog way of dealing with this, arise security alarm somewhere where we are not.
Well, that I could probably do.
That's what I'm looking for.
I could probably set off an alarm. That's easy enough. You delayed charge somewhere puts a spike into their security system. That should be easy enough.
I can lock people in some rooms if you need.
Pretty ladies won't speak.
Yes, boss. What is it?
For my declare contact, can I do that right now?
Oh, muted.
Pardon?
Yeah, you muted.
What's that?
My bad. You can absolutely do it at any point during the mission. Once per mission.
So,
Only rule.
so as per as per my role of getting around security, I actually know somebody who works security at an Arby's plant. It might not be that one, but I can ask.
So it definitely would not be that specific Arby's because you guys have no idea where this place is. First and foremost, that's part
Can
of
I phone a friend?
Boom nose.
So,
I could phone a
I'm really
friend.
glad you do.
Would I know with my it all fits together? Can I roll that?
we're not quite there yet. So first, Voss is going to declare a contact.
Yep.
So who is this contact?
As in a name and a
Yeah, you're adding
Sweet.
this as a contact on your sheet.
awesome. Why is Jason Todd a name in my name? Like that's awful. Fucking don't do that. That's horrendous. Why would you?
Sorry, Jason Todd. Pip apparently
What
hates
is
you.
that? Oh no, what is that from? That's from
Yeah, right. That's from something, and I can't think what.
Jason Todd is isn't that fucking? It's either a book or it's a video game.
And I can't think who. DC. Oh, is he Nightwing?
Oh, isn't he the Mask? Or not the Mask, but isn't he the Hood?
Help us out, chat.
As in the Red Hood, the original Red Hood?
Yeah.
Hey, no, he's Robin.
Robin.
Oh, he's Robin.
fucking
Okay,
Robin.
yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, okay,
Fuck
okay.
it, then yeah, we're going
Under
with
the
Jason
red
Todd.
hood.
Jason!
So this is
Jason.
Jason!
fuck my life. All right. So I actually know of a one of the fellas that I'm aware of actually works security detail for. Oh, it must be an Arby's, but I'm not entirely sure which plant it would be. I don't. Do you know which plant we're meant to be going to?
No, and that's entirely the point of what we're looking for.
Boom
We're
nose.
trying.
Perfect.
Boom.
You do?
You know where this plant is?
It's Arby's plant.
Good.
It's
Yes.
Very
great job.
good.
So
Okay.
useful.
Very
Thank
good,
you.
Boom.
He just said it.
Why are you encouraging him?
Because
there,
otherwise
like,
we'll
the
get
umpteen
nothing done.
Aren't there like a million?
So, I know. I know of a fella. He works in he works in security for Arby's. Maybe if he doesn't know which plant it is, he might give you an idea of what sort of security they would run somewhere like that.
How does this sound? Richard, can you switch the security detail of one in one Arby's building to another? Have him transferred?
Because I can't actually jack into things yet, I probably can't, correct, Whack? That's
I mean,
that's what I was asking about before with like jacking
that's
in.
not the only way to do things.
Okay.
You guys have a lot of opportunities and things available to you. Just be aware when you ask for stuff, it's going to cost in one way or another. Like nothing is free. So just keep that in mind. And,
Well,
the straightforward hacker approach, no, you wouldn't be able to do that. Not without having that move.
Which I'm a tech, so I'd have to get around it. I'm not a hacker anyway.
right.
Are there any rumors going around about this or no?
I feel like there's definitely rumors going around about this for sure. I mean, this is probably like huge.
So I
Especially
should
in
do
the
something like
slums.
that.
Just an FYI, like especially in the slums,
Mhm.
people in the slums are eating real meat. That's fucking crazy. It's crazy. And the lines for Arby's are like around the block. Like they're nuts for this.
Okay,
So
so yeah, your question to him though. No, I'm not a hacker, and I think I need to get that through your head every single job.
All right. When you're half machine, it seems to me like you might be able to do these things. My apologies.
I could get I could probably do something, but it wouldn't be as elegant as you would hope.
Let's see if we can have a use for that later on.
So Jen, mechanically, your word on the street's gonna be like, if it wouldn't take effect just yet, you'd have to like go talk to somebody or try and
Okay.
go someplace where there's a lot of people just to sort of get some rumors and stuff going. You have to talk to people. I mean, that's the idea. Word on the street, right? Like you got to go talk to some people, so you can like go someplace and do that.
Okay. I could figure out intel for. I'll figure out intel for that. Yeah, I don't know where that would fit right now.
I'm just looking at something here. Well, we need to find the location of this plant.
I mean, I could call I think I might know someone, but I have to go find him.
Who is this somebody that you know?
I mean, isn't that your job?
Did I roll
That is Boom's
Well-
job.
for
If you're-
this?
If you're trying to use your I know people,
Mhm.
this is the same as declaring a contact. So if you want to use that now, you certainly can. You can go ahead and give me your style, your plus style.
And what do I put in that?
In the
Just
0 forward. You don't
zero?
have-
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, a 10.
There you go.
There we go.
So there's
Much
the
better.
roll. There's the first success, like total success. So you've worked with a contact before. They have talent. Write them down as a contact. So declare this person. Who is it? And
His name is. Do I tell them? Yeah. Okay. His name is Monty. He just goes by Monty. He just knows all the ins and outs of the down below, and he seems to know more about what's going on in the city underground. So I might be able to find him.
That might be our best shot at this point. I would assume, and no offense, boss, that the security man might not be able to get us the intel, though we might be able to use him later on to get into the facility. So hang on to him. Don't forget about him. Jen, let's look into your contact, see what he knows. These rumors have to hold some sort of proof. There's no way that we're eating, well, the people who have eaten this food are eating actual meat. I can't believe it.
so Voss, you declared a contact already, so make sure you mark that. And
Yes,
what was the
I've got
name
that
of this
written down.
contact again? Was it Jason Todd, or is that what
Jason
you're
Todd, yeah.
going? Okay.
We'll go with it because apparently that's what's in my head today.
Okay.
Jason.
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 Yes, wonderful.
So yeah, there's a spot for contacts on your character sheets. Just go ahead and add that.
Oh, right. Sorry,
You put-
I'm half in my notebook, half out. Sorry.
No problem.
Yeah.
All right, and
There you go.
here.
Sorry.
Okay. So I guess I could use the gather evidence move to essentially get the evidence, or I mean, could the evidence? I could essentially say I'm trying to get the evidence, and the evidence would be the location of the. But I want to go in the other route. I don't know that I want to do that. I want actual connection into the facility. So
Well, think about what exactly does Simon need for a story? When you look at when you think about like a news report, right? What would Simon need to sort of break a story? Is he the kind of journalist that works for, like a tabloid rag or something and just like makes up a headline and tries to fucking snap a picture? Is he the kind of journalist that provides like factual information, people involved, plus video, plus, like location? I mean, what do you do when you break a story?
So he wants. Okay, so he's not a tabloid kind of a person. He wants actual footage. He's very neutral. He's like, these are the facts. We dug, we got in. Almost investigative journalism. So I guess at that point then, and we know that this this plant is kept secret. We don't know where it's at. So if it's investigative journalism, we're going to have to just go there and try to get in. So,
I mean, I can go ahead and go talk to Monte.
yeah, we need to get in to the plant. And Boom and I will pose as reporters I will pose as a cleared reporter. Can we get clearance from anybody? Does anybody know how to get clearance or forged clearance into a place?
I mean, I can see what Monte wants to say. I just gotta go find him. He could be difficult to find.
All right. Why don't we have Jen? Why don't you go find Monty? We can sit
All right.
here and plan the rest of it.
I'm gonna go to my storage unit and see if I can scrounge anything up that might help.
All right. Voss,
Yes, sweetheart.
I hate
No?
to say it, but you're going to be relatively quiet on this mission up until the end.
Oh, that's fine with me.
Just want to make sure expectations are clear before we get in and something goes awry. Boom.
Yes, sweetheart. I'm fully aware that I'm not going in and murdering everything. You're fine. I understand how my job works. Besides, we have Boom for that, right? Yes, we do.
All right. Well, I suppose at this point, the two are scrounging up information. We need to wait back to hear from them. I suppose it's going to take a little bit, so we might as well head home, head back, head wherever, wait to hear back, and we'll have a meeting time and discuss how we're actually going to set this up. We don't need to meet in person for that.
Sounds all right.
Roger that.
Keep your channels open. Make sure they're as quiet as possible. And the next time we see each other, hopefully it's quick and painless. Good day.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and I'll go ahead and leave and head back home. I'm gonna do some research, I suppose.
All right. So Jen just hops on her motorcycle, and I'm gonna go vroom vroom. Woo!
Catch a rat!
Amazing.
Richard would step outside, take a sharp left, and go directly into his storage unit, which is right outside of the place.
He lives right there.
It still took him like an hour.
Awesome. Yes.
Would I roll a storage roll now? Which, just let it. You're muted. You're muted, Whack.
Sorry. So you probably just have like a straight up like pile of shit like in your your
Absolutely.
storage unit.
Just
yeah, you gotta like swim through it to get to your work table. Sure. If you're like right there and you want to just go ahead and start looking for something that'll help you, sure.
yeah. So it's a mind roll, and then 10 plus, gain 3 gear relevant to the chosen area expertise. My chosen area expertise, which is that one I was a little odd or confused with, in that my area of expertise is Splicer, which is homemade cyberware. So I guess it'd be cyberware that could potentially help people or things that could modify. I guess like that, we'll figure that out. But mind roll. Did that work? No forward, correct. What is forward, by the way?
So forward is it's like bonuses that you guys get from other moves or from other players. One thing you guys have the option to do is when you are assisting somebody else, you're helping them or interfering with them, you get to roll your links with that person. And you basically get to give them a +1 or a -1 on their roll that you're helping or interfering with.
Gotcha. So that would be in this case, if someone was helping me search for stuff and they really wanted to screw me up, they could be like -1 to your roll, and I put that in the forward spot.
Yep.
Okay.
So just an FYI, you guys get 1 XP already because you have accepted the mission. That's 1 XP for you.
Oh yeah.
Where
Give me that sick XP.
because of that, yeah.
What's the XP cap again? It's 5, yeah?
10.
10, okay.
10 is the next advancement. But
Okay.
there's a decent amount of XP that you guys get for various things. And you should keep an eye on your personal directives that you have.
Yeah.
Those are what power your character. So just keep those in mind. Those are on your character sheet. So see what they are. So all right. So an 8 for Richard on gear. So Richard, on your gear roll.
Gain 1 gear relevant to your chosen area of expertise. I only have 1, which is Splicer. So I'm an expert in cybernetics and biomodification.
Okay. What pieces of gear do you have?
Okay, so that's a question that I have for you, and like what is like at least some mild examples of that.
Some examples
Yeah.
of cyberware that could be helpful here.
Yeah. Still trying to figure that out.
So, okay, let's take a look. Cyberware. What kind of cyberware do we have? We have a cyberware list in the PDF for the actual book
Okay.
that has all different kinds of stuff.
I roll.
The problem is you actually have to install this stuff.
Right. That's part of why I was wondering on how all of that would work for Richard.
Yeah, it's not the best thing for you. 'Cause, I mean, you actually have to get this stuff installed. And I mean, you have a... you need...
I don't ask us all the time. I'm making sure I just know it ahead of time.
I'm just checking here. Because I don't think you can actually implant this in people. I think you actually have to get this done. So your expertise, you're an expert in cybernetics and biomodification. May begin with 1 extra piece of cyberware. Describe how you implanted it in yourself.
Right.
Yeah. So, does it have any qualifications on the actual whatchamacallit? What was your actual it was storage?
Yeah.
Okay. So gear. Okay, so that's cyberware, and now let's look at actual gear. There's an actual gear section.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. So I'm guessing like there might be gear related to that, hopefully.
Okay, so you can, as an example, I would say you could probably make like some kind of maybe like an EMP grenade.
Okay.
Might, like disable cyberware for a period of time.
Gotcha.
Something like that.
Yeah, that would be perfect for shutting or screwing with security. So that I'll just go with that right away.
Okay.
And then if there's any chance or if I need to roll anything for it, he would want to set up a timer for that.
I feel like you can just do that.
Just do that? Okay,
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's
Great.
just, you can just do that.
Sweet.
I mean, yeah, so you that's your 1 piece of gear that you've gotten from that.
Awesome.
Or, no, I'm sorry, you get 3. You get 3.
No, I got 1 with my roll. I had an 8.
Oh, Jen got the 10, right? You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's your 1 piece of gear that you found. All right, so let's see. Jen headed off, and so did Simon. Jen's on a motorcycle. Jen probably knows where she needs to go. She's just like flying through the streets. And periodically, Jen's like got to stop and like restart the bike, like it stalls. Like she's
It's all right. Come on, Brenda. Come on.
You're also probably not like the best driver in the world, so you probably like don't use the clutch right and shit like on the bike.
You just feel like a shift down the street, like you're grinding.
Wait.
Oh,
Damn it. Brenda.
Blaming Brenda the whole time.
everyone who's ever driven a manual just like heard the sound of a gear like grinding, and they're like, oh.
Shit. Brenda, we're stuck in the intersection. Get your shit together.
Okay, so where is Monty? Where would Monty be?
Monty would be sort of like in the center of like the underground, like ghetto area. Like he would be sort of like,
The slums are
say-
huge.
yeah, I wouldn't say he's like the kingpin of the entirety of the slums, but he definitely like has a region of it. I would say.
The Monty Zone.
Monty.
Okay. All right. Or they just call it the full Monty.
Oh God.
Hello.
Okay. So you just you're periodically like stopping and just the gears are grinding and shit on the bike. But yeah, you're powering down the street. I'd say you probably reach Monty before Simon gets home. Simon, are you like walking or how are you getting home?
No, I've taken a taxi or whatever the fuck that Uber.
He's
Like,
flash
Uber-
mobbing.
An Uber in Getka.
Could be. It's up to you.
Get good.
I mean, it's gonna be like Tesla Amazon fucking Uber.
Oh yeah, self-driving Uber.
To all the, I wanted the drivers to be like, "Hello, your Uber is here. Welcome to Getka."
Except straight up, like it's just like a speaker that says that. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's just the way that they greet
you.
you.
Ever seen what was that? Mediocrity or Mediocrity or whatever?
Idiocracy.
Where it's like the thing that comes up with no, I'm sorry, it's Elysium with like the pills, the robots. Like, dude, you have an elevated heart level or pills, but it's like, welcome to Gatka. Like, it's like, Simon doesn't even notice. Simon has seen it a million times before, and it starts like It starts like conversations with him, and he's just sitting here, just in his notes, just, you know, like, how is the weather today? Do you like any sports teams?
How are you liking the sports ball?
Yeah, and like there's like he just keeps going, and it's like I'm gonna talk to one today. Mute, and like I just mute the driver.
Oh, can we get that IRL?
Just pull up your phone, hit mute, just shove them.
Yep. Just looking straight at him, just like.
Okay.
I will say, Simon is eventually, before everything goes down, he is actually going to gather evidence to try to gather the location of this place.
Okay, so I want you to explain to me how you're actually trying to gather the evidence. Whenever you guys are using your moves, it's really important. I want to know how you're doing it. That's part of the move, right? Because depending on how you do stuff, even if you roll really well on things, you might still just not have that option available to you. And I'll have to give you sort of like an alternative because, you know, nothing's ever just straightforward and easy, right? Like there's always some kind of complication.
So Simon actually goes for a cold call to Arby's. He's got people in the company that he knows, but he's gonna go for a cold call to those people who, if there was, you know, secret stuff that they didn't want to talk about or whatever, they wouldn't tell him anything, and he knows that. However, he knows the responses well enough to go, if he were to say something that's completely like there is no basis for it or anything like that, or it's crazy, it's just it doesn't exist, something that's not true, he would get a response to the effect of, you know, like, what are you talking about? They would be more like, they have no idea what he's even referring to. But if it's something that does exist that they are not allowed to talk about, he would basically get a, I don't know what you're talking about, or an I'm not allowed to talk about it, or something, a denial of a fact that basically says it's real. So he wants to contact them and basically poses, well, not poses, but play the reporter and say, so you guys have this wonderful, your stock has gone through the roof, your food is being sold like crazy, and you are offering something that hasn't been offered in forever. I would love to go through your new facility and look at, you know, the inner workings of it to show the people the amazingness of what you guys are doing right now. So yeah, Simon wants to do that. So, I want to do this.
Okay, so you're gonna start cold calling people. All right. I mean, you just like open up your like an address book, like
I mean,
like whitepages.com, and you just start fucking dialing numbers.
It's basically his like he is, there is probably a press line or something like that. He's a reporter. Simon is a reporter. He's a neutral, you know, or I am a neutral. There we go. I'm a neutral party in the sense of like, like I'm just here to report the news. I got no vested interest to see your up and down. Like people want to know what's going down. So yeah, I'm going to call basically the people that I would know, maybe the marketing individuals. Yeah, it would be the marketing individuals in Arby's, because they want to see Arby's grow and everyone to see that. And I'm gonna go, well, yeah, I've seen that, and now we want to know more. What would be great for your company? For the people to know exactly how your food is being made and why it's so awesome. Let's give you that opportunity right now.
Where's the beef, Arby's?
So, okay. So instead of a cold call, I feel like this is you just kind of navigating to their marketing webpage, right? Like they probably have a marketing section. Like,
yeah.
Would you like to become a sponsor for, Arby's? Now with real steak sandwiches. Have you had a real steak sandwich? I feel like everything you guys do has a fucking ad on it as well. Like everything.
Yeah.
When you guys walk down the streets, even on the slums, there's fucking like LED, there's like screens built into the wall, and they just are fucking everywhere you go. Ads everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Do you look at the sun?
Pretty lights.
And it's definitely like now that you're actually paying attention, because you guys just tune them out, right? Like it's just commonplace. Now that you're actually paying attention, you realize that you've seen the ad a billion times, like as you've been traveling. So you've gone to the just like the marketing page or whatever, and it just probably gives you like a contact or something, like interested in Arby's franchise opportunities, like sign up here. And you go to the webpage and it takes you forever to fucking try and find like the actual, like any kind of contact information. But eventually you find like would you like to buy marketing? There's nothing that's actually helpful directly to you, but it's definitely a way for you to try and get marketing with Arby's.
So I would assume then one of the ways that he could see this is that they are right. So we want to obtain the marketing, but I want to, because it's more of a journalistic approach. I'm a reporter, right? I want to do more of a documentary or an investigative piece to help with their brand and also help with my own career. Marketing.
So as soon as you go to like corporate, it probably starts like slowly link its way towards like taste and like their like corporate department. And you can see like franchise opportunities now available with taste. Do you think you have a new and inventive piece of agriculture? We would love to hear about it. Please contact our marketing department here. It's just like, so yeah, it's navigated slowly towards taste. This is like this horrible phone tree, but so just with like it links.
General loop of bullshit to get through red tape to get people to just quit and drop out. Damn. What about
the best thing that you've seen on this site is an email, just like to write out like an email to like somebody at marketing.
Yeah, which is
just like a generic contact form.
Gonna be doing nothing. What about looking into the construction of the building and people who are employed? Because I would assume that this plant is new, right? It's got to be new. So I need to look into employment of construction, maybe contractors to Arby's who might have built this thing. Looking into that to see who would have been, employed by them, to see, the last like couple plants that were built, and to see if there was any special ones and who was there. So I could just simply go talk to them and be like, "Hi, I'd like to talk to you about your construction here."
Okay.
So that would essentially be, I don't know. Trying to think of ways through this.
Well, you can. Here's like the options here. You can try to navigate the website like over and over and over again, and you can do it that way. You can try to declare contact, maybe somebody that knows somebody. You can think about like paying somebody to get this information. There's ways you can go about doing it. You're taking the way that everybody tries to use.
Oh yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Oh,
which is
I see
like,
what you're saying. Yeah.
like anybody that's trying to reach them is just sent to this fucking like FAQ page, you know, basically like
Yeah.
fill out this form. This
How
helpful
about,
form.
I think I am going to declare a contact.
Okay.
And he's actually going to be somebody who I met during the Teslamazon because he was in construction. And I want to know where that I want to know where that plant is. So I want to talk to him to see
Who is this person?
His name is John Orn.
John Orn. Okay, add him to your contact list. You have declared a contact. That's your once permission. Okay, John Orn. And what does John Orn do?
He's a civil engineer with a company that was contracted out to Teslamazon to help build their bridge at the time.
Okay.
One of the bigger construction companies, contract construction companies in Gatka. And
Okay.
yeah.
So I feel like, and it's important to note that Teslamazon is like, these are the people that are doing like giant construction projects. So just like Simon said, we are.
Wow.
That hurt me a little inside, not gonna lie.
I had to do it. I had to get it out of the way. Episode 1. So you definitely can try to reach out to somebody from Teslamazon. Absolutely. The main Teslamazon group is the people that are overseeing the construction of like the Sprawl, like all the upper class stuff, you know, is getting done by Teslamazon, and they have to hire out subcontractors, sub companies that are working on minor projects.
Yeah.
You know, and you could definitely reach out to John Orn.
Great. So I'd like to do so and see if he knows
While
anything.
you're in the cab?
No. I'm gonna. Well, yeah. Why not?
On the iPhone, you call him up?
Yep.
Okie doke. All right. So, So you call up, you basically dial John Orn. And you hear like it probably takes like a second. You get like you see like his picture or something like up on the phone, just like a random capture when you last saw him, where his fucking like retinas got scanned or something and it registered as John Orn. You see like just like a little bit of like information, like his contact number or whatever, and comes up. Eventually it pops up and you'll see like a video representation of him. And you see like, hey, who's that? Simon?
John, how's it going, Simon?
Hey, what's going on, man? Haven't talked to you for a minute.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. How are things going since everything went down?
They're going. I mean, I lost some crew. That was tough. I mean, I knew Harvey for like 10 years. But shit happens, I guess, in Gatka, right?
Yes, actually, is the reason I'm calling you right now. I would like to just make sure that I express my condolences for everything that happened. The incident was horrifying. I hope that I did the best to show people what had happened in the most respectful way for you and your friends and your coworkers and stuff. So I am sorry about what happened. I do, however, have a question for you if you have a moment to talk.
He just kind of like looks around, like What kind of question?
Well, I'm looking into another piece for construction, actually. As I'm sure you know, Arby's has made this amazing new product where their stock is going through the roof. You've seen ads, I'm sure, for the steak. Oh, goodness.
Oh yeah, I had one last night. It was so good. I've never had anything in my whole life. I want one right now. Shit. I wonder if I can take a break.
No, well, before you do that,
Wait
I'll
a
tell you
minute.
what.
What time is it? And he like looks around. He says, "Shit, it's late. They're open now, right?
I believe they're 24/7. Yes.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Damn, I'm so hungry.
How many have you had, John?
I don't know. Like, I mean, I went yesterday, and day before that.
John, have
6?
you eaten anything aside from Arby's for the past, well, since they released it? Since you've had your first one?
Of course, I had. I had. No.
Must be a good sandwich then.
Yeah, it's really good, man. Whew, I'm so hungry.
All right, John. I tell you what, I'll make this quick. So then, the next round will be on me. I'll grab your next sandwich for you. I am doing a piece to try to decide, well, to tell people more about this sandwich and get the details of it. You're in the construction industry. I'm curious to see if you know anybody who worked on that plant, to see where it might have been, so we can go talk to them.
The plant? So just quickly, part of declare contact, and it's kind of important before I answer this, is that you say why the contact owes you a favor and why you owe them a favor.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Shit. So it's I have to just say, is it one or the other, or why it's both?
No, it's both. It's both.
Okay.
You owe him a favor and he owes you a favor.
And okay, so
Oh no, actually it does say or. It does say or. Either or.
and I just get to choose?
Yeah.
Okay. So while he's thinking, I'm like, because I can hear the stutter, I can hear the pause of like, I don't know if I should be telling you. Like, John, you remember what had happened at the bridge, and when all of Tesla Amazon descended upon your crew and the lawyers and everyone who was threatening everything with your family, and they were investigating you nonstop. You remember this, John?
Yeah, I remember.
Do you remember why they stopped John?
Yeah, it was yeah.
It was because I was there reporting and showing the truth, that you and your family had nothing to do with that. And I stuck out my neck to make sure that Tesla Amazon and their hordes and armies of lawyers would leave you alone because you were innocent. You would still be buried today in legal action had I have not done that. And I want to remind you of that so that you know that I'm not here I'm not here to use you, man.
Okay. So, depending on what you're trying to do here, you're going to roll one of two moves right now. You are either going to roll play hardball, which has the intention of you get in someone's face threatening violence and you intend to carry through. Now, I feel like violence here would just, in your case, not necessarily mean physical violence. I feel like violence is more like a sort of veiled threat where you're sort of promising like maybe some info that you know on the side is going to get released, or you can roll fast talk. which is when you try to convince somebody to do what you want with promises, lies, or bluster.
My style is garbage. But I gotta threaten him. Oy.
Yep, you got to pick one.
All right. I'm gonna roll. I think I'm gonna roll for play hardball. I don't think I have any bonuses or anything like that, Jay.
Okay.
Right?
So before you do that, I think it's important that you think about like how you're doing that. Like, what do you say to him?
I said, John, I still have all that information that they were looking for to begin an investigation. And I know that you're innocent, and you know that you're innocent, but we both know how far Teslamazon can bury somebody in legal red tape if they choose to.
Yeah. You'd start up the investigations on me again?
I didn't say I'd start them up. I didn't say I'd do anything. I'm just making sure you understand the severity of the situation at hand.
Okay, give me a play hardball. That's plus your edge.
Come on! Give me a good roll, please! Come on!
Oh,
That's a 13. That's
Wow.
a 13.
there you go.
Okay, so the NPCs do what you want. PCs, so you guys get to choose. Do you do what you want or suffer the established consequences?
Wait.
Oh, like you would follow through.
Yeah,
With
so
the threat.
you actually
Wait,
you get to decide.
I can. It's either one. So it's he. I could follow
you
through
can-
the consequences and get it, or don't get it.
Yeah, you can have them do what you want, or you can have them suffer the established consequences.
No,
It depends on how horrible of a person you want to be, I guess.
I guess I'm confused here. So if I have him establish or like suffer the consequences, then it's like I don't get my information I'm looking for, or I do. And
Yeah. And I guess it
Do you
depends-
want to inflict harm? Harm.
See, in this situation, this is one of your contacts, right? Do you want to burn one of your contacts? See, you're not necessarily rolling this versus a contact all the time, right? This could be versus somebody else.
Yep. Okay. No, I'm going to take the information. I'm not going to burn him. I'm not.
Okay. So he says, "All right, listen, I don't know, but I'll find out. Where can I contact you? You just need to promise me. Look, I already promised my guys, okay? I promised them that the threats would stop. I promised. Listen, Simon, I promised them.
John, I understand.
promised them.
I understand you promised them. And you're going to give me what I need. And you'll be able to uphold that promise. I have faith in you. I need you to get that information immediately. Okay? You go get that sandwich and you figure out whatever the hell you need to get me that information. And you get back to me as soon as humanly possible. All I need is a location. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Nice talking to you, John. Hang up.
All right, and that's a good place for us to take our next break.
Wow, what an asshole.
Right? Yeah, right? Holy shit.